Good afternoon, May 22nd, 2019. Hope everybody's well. Today, I'm going to talk about an island in the Marshall Island chain known as Eniwetok. And Eniwetok is an island off the Bikini Atoll where we conducted atomic tests from the mid-late 40s after World War II until the late 50s during the Cold War. We did a number of tests there between a 3 megaton hydrogen bomb all the way up to a 30 megaton hydrogen bomb over about a 10-year span. And the radioactive waste obviously remained from these tests, including a significant amount of plutonium, which is highly radioactive, a highly radioactive isotope, even more so than uranium. And this waste was dumped in a bombshell crater through a coral reef area, and they basically just dumped the waste down the hole. And coral's porous, so it leaks, and then they dumped like all this concrete over it and made a 15-inch cap. And I'm not even thinking it's reinforced concrete with steel. It may be, but it looks like it's not holding together very well. And it's coming apart and it's leaking. And there's radiation outside of this tomb. It's known as the Runit Dome. R-U-N-I-T. The Runit Dome. And it was capped in 1973. CBS News reported at that time that the material contained under the Runit Dome would be hot for over 23,000 years. 23,000 years it'll be hot. It's extremely radioactive. And now tests outside of the Runit Dome have concluded that the tests of radiation prove radiation's higher outside of the dome than thought to be inside it. And that it's still cooking, that somehow a reaction is still occurring, generating more radiation than a stored pile of material should. And it's leaching into the Pacific Ocean, affecting the people of Eniwetok in the Pacific and all of us. A rupture from this dome, a hurricane, a storm surge could spill this into the Pacific. And it's not just this, and I'll say it right up front, you know, the Bikinians got a bad deal when they sold their homeland for the United States in the war effort, which was honorable, but they took their home away, turned it into an atomic testing site, put them on an island off the coast of where they were from that you couldn't even deliver food to. They couldn't dock a boat there. They didn't figure it out when they relocated them enough to know they couldn't bring a ship there to feed the Bikinians. So they took them from crabs and coconuts and fresh fruit to Spam and Coca-Cola from a helicopter or an airdrop, because they didn't think it through when they relocated them. The government is the they here. The United States government didn't think it through when they relocated them and put them on an island where you couldn't land a ship easily because the coasts were too wicked and the wave action. Not thought out from the beginning. The people should have been taken out of there further away and put in a place where they could live decently. And now they let them go back. Some of them in the last 20 years or more to some of these areas. And these areas are hot with radiation. And so number one, the Runit Dome needs to be capped immediately. And the people of Eniwetok relocated in an area like their homeland, but far enough away that they don't have to worry about crazy things like radiation every day of their lives. It's really took a toll on these folks, and they're very proud people, and they're very good people. They're good humans, and they're islanders. They're very friendly. very good people. So we need to do the right thing here. And the bigger question is, to me too, I think of it as, wow, so this is in a We Talk, all this atomic waste leaking, and we know about the atomic waste and nuclear waste under Yucca Mountain in Colorado, you know, that's supposedly capped off. I mean, supposedly Bush wanted to implement that. Well, it never happened. All the way, the people of Nevada is where it's at. I'm sorry. It's in Nevada, this one. There's one in Colorado too, but you know, they're safe compared to the Runit Dome, but there's still going to be places like the Runit Dome around the United States that we want to take care of, and we should know that. The Energy Commission should know it, and they do. And not only that, I want to say this, you know, it's not just America who produces this horrible stuff. You know, it was Russia and China. You just never hear about it there, because if the people talk of it, they'd kill them. Now, I want to say strongly, and I didn't lead with this, but it's really the biggest part of it. You know, in the early 70s, 1,000 U.S. Army troops were sent there, Corps engineers, to cap that, to make the Runit Dome. All those guys got exposed to radiation, just like the sailors did back in the 40s when they tried to rinse off the radiation with seawater and fire hoses after the first test of Bikini, when the ships didn't sink the way they thought. And they went in and tried to rinse the radiation down, not knowing those guys got exposed. Cancer rates are very high for those men. And then you want to look at this group of 1,000 men. Most are dead, over 500 due to cancer, and there's a few left alive still, and they're racked with cancer. It's unbelievable. If I can find some of their interviews, I will post them online. So the U.S. military men called in, and women nowadays, called in and sent to an area. They said when they were not told it was radioactive, they just said they could finish the last 6 months of their tour in a tropical island paradise. And once they landed there, they were told that, oh, it's a radioactive pit that we got to pour concrete over. And the troops were very upset, very, very mad about this, but nonetheless, they had to do it. Not unlike my uncle, Richard Allen, dying from Agent Orange, the way it is, not a good tendency, not a good track record. These things we hope we heal through time, and rhetoric isn't going to heal them. People need to be informed, and we need to push to get things done in a humane manner that the United States is responsible for. And something like this we're very responsible for, and so is the world. And they can go back to Britain and report on their own problems. Yeah, I'm taking a shot at you guys. We kicked your ass out of here once, right? Remember us? Right, go report your own news and try to get it right, instead of making us look like the only people on earth who ever went atomic or nuclear. Hell, if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have had to get any. World War II being it. The big one, as they used to say. I hope you have a good day. Always keep laughing. It's not that serious. Take care, y'all. Peace out.